Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Ironsight patch called Spring Cleaning, and there are some very big things to talk about. First up, finally, we have some weapons balancing changes, and one confirmed nerf is to the AR-57, which is honestly desperately needed. This submachine gun is an absolute beast. Now, the rest of the weapons changes have not been announced, so we can only go and speculate what the changes are going to be, but I personally would go and expect at least a small experimental change to the snipers. Overall, they're super strong at quick scoping and can consistently beat at submachine guns in close range. Now, some ideas have been floating around the community, but I would say an increase in aim punch and an increase in the scoping time may put these weapons back in line. Next up is the addition of a new weapon skin, which you can go and see in one frame of this GIF. Now, it's fairly easy to go and tell that it's an M4 weapon skin with a large skull, and knowing how Ironsight does their weapon skin releases, it will more than likely have a new reload animation. The devs have also announced that a new skill will be implemented, which is definitely needed. In my opinion, there's only a small pool of skills that are actually usable, so hopefully a new skill will go mix up the meta a bit. Now, that's all we really get from this patch. No new weapons, maps, or modes. But the developers have put emphasis that their focus is on proving the core fundamentals of the game first before releasing more and more content. Now, when I mean fundamentals of the game, I feel like everybody's going towards two things: the netcode and the server situation. And they have said that there's going to be improvements soon, but when is soon? We don't really know. And honestly, for this game to go and thrive, the netcode and the server situation has to change fast. Now, for people that don't know the whole netcode situation in Ironsight, let me give you a quick rundown. Currently, the game utilizes Transmission Control Protocol, otherwise known as TCP, which ensures reliable delivery of packets. Now, TCP, for the majority of applications online, is absolutely fantastic because when you want to go and send something, it will go and get there. When you want to go and download something, it will get to your computer. 100% guaranteed. It will keep trying and trying and trying to go and get those packets across. But the big problem with an online game using TCP is because you don't want to go and resend old information again and again and again, because you're already another part of the game. You're already shooting different opponents. So in the end of it, if you're lagging quite a lot, you shoot an enemy, it goes and registers client side. No matter what, those shots will go and register to the server, and that means you can go and shoot people behind walls if you have a high ping, and that gives you an inherent advantage. TCP just doesn't work in an online game setting. It's used for loading websites and file downloads, because if your network has a little bit of a hiccup, that means, okay, the server will just go and resend the packet to you, and that means you'll go and get a complete file instead of a corrupted one. So you guys may be asking, what do the majority of online games use? And that's User Datagram Protocol, otherwise known as UDP, which, for the lack of a better explanation, I just go and say, it just pushes the packets down the pipe and doesn't care if the server receives them or not. This means if you're lagging, your shots won't hit. That time to live field will just go and expire. The server will say, your packets are too delayed, we don't care about them anymore, and it just goes and discards it. And that means if you're lagging, you'll be the one that has a bad online experience, not the whole lobby. They won't be shot behind walls, and honestly, that's the way an online experience should be. It's actually pretty funny that this situation pops up, as I'm in my 4th year of electrical engineering and computer science, and stuff like this is a core component of my networking and telecommunication classes, so it's nice to go and share that information with you guys. Now, back on track. This netcode situation is one thing that is holding the game back, and the other is the lack of servers. I was in the official Ironsight livestream last night, and the South American servers have been confirmed, but the Asian server is still a work in progress. Now, I'm complaining, why is it taking so long? I don't like 200 ping on North American servers, but in the end of it, you have to go and get permissions, you have to go and get the right provider, so on, so on, so on. You've got to go and make sure that people in that country and in other countries go and get decent connections. So it's a lot of testing, a lot of debugging, a lot of prototyping, and so once overall that's all ironed out, hopefully we can go and get an Asian server so I can actually get a decent ping to this game. Overall, I'm really happy with the progress of Ironsight, and I can't wait to see the patch in action. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go and hit that like button and subscribe for more Ironsight videos. Bye everyone, that's Undercover Dudes, all the way from Down Under, out.